Go.
For a basic squat, start by placing your legs hip distance apart. Drop your butt down as if you were going to sit on a chair. Keep your knees facing forward. Drive from your heels to press up. And remember to inhale to go down and exhale to press up. For a goblet squat, start at a basic squat position, but place your legs slightly more apart. Keep your feet at an angle, and make sure to keep your knees aligned with your feet, and also try to keep them at an angle as you go down. You can activate your core more with this exercise by pulling it in towards the spine as you go down. For a sumo squat, place your feet at a 45-degree angle. Make sure your knees are aligned with your feet. As you drop, keep your feet and knees pointed at an angle. This variation should activate your inner thighs and glutes more if done correctly.
Go.
For the tempo squat variation, place yourself at a squat position. Drop for a count of 3 seconds. Pause at the bottom for 1 second. And then push up for a count of 2 seconds. You can change the tempo in any way that you want.
Go.
For example, instead of 3, 1, 2, you could do 3, 3, 3. Therefore, counting down for 3 seconds, pausing and holding at the bottom for 3 seconds, and then coming up for 3 seconds. For this modified pistol squat, place yourself at a basic squat position. For this modified version, you can use something to hold on to as you go down or place a chair behind you. Drop down with your foot and knee facing forward and with the opposite leg elevated as you drop down. Drive up with your heel.
Okay, go.
For a basic lunge, start at a standing position. Place a leg forward, drop your back knee down as you bend your forward knee. Keep yourself upward. Make sure to press your thighs towards each other to activate your glutes and thigh muscles. Then, press back to standing position. You can protect your knee by not letting it pass your toes. For reverse lunges, start at a standing position. Take a step back with one leg. Lower your back knee down as you bend your forward knee. Make sure to squeeze your thighs towards each other to activate your glutes and thigh muscles. Then, step back to standing position. For side lunges, start at a standing position. Take a side step. Keep your inner thighs straight as you bend your outer leg. Make sure to press your butt back as you keep yourself centered, almost as if you were doing a squat. Don't allow your knees to pass your toes. For curtsy lunges, start at a standing position. Take one step back behind your forward leg, placing your back leg at a slight angle. Curtsy downwards and press with the ball of your back foot as you bring your leg back to standing position. For alternating lunges with knee up, start at a standing position. Lunge one leg forward, stabilize your lunged knee by keeping your heel down and foot flat. Then, knee your back leg forward as you straighten your lunged knee.
Go.
Lunge back to your prior position. Bring your lunged knee back to standing position. Then alternate by doing the same movement on the other side. For jumping lunges, which are the power movement of basic lunges, place your feet 4 feet apart facing forward at a lunge position. Press down and jump upwards using the ball of your feet. Switch the position of your legs while you jump. You can use your arms for balance or for momentum, as shown here. For a basic push-up, place your arms shoulder width apart. Keep your back at a straight line with your legs. Bend at the elbow at a 90-degree angle. Allow your chest to drop close to the floor, still maintaining the straight line down your back. Push yourself up, back to straight arms. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you go up. Wide arm push-ups are similar to basic push-ups, except this time place your arms slightly wider than shoulder stance. If you have a yoga mat or an exercise mat, place your hands off the mat at a wide stance. Still bend your elbow at a 90-degree angle as you drop down. You should feel your chest activate more on this movement. For shoulder tap plus push-up, place your hands at a shoulder stance. Lift one arm and tap your shoulder while you maintain your other arm straight. Then switch. Once you've tapped both shoulders, do a push-up. Make sure to not move your hips too much on this movement to work your core. For the triangle push-up variation, place your arms right under your chest and create a triangle shape using your thumbs and index fingers, keeping the rest of your hand open. Keep a straight line down your back. Bend your elbow at a 90-degree angle as you drop down and then push up. You can modify this movement by placing your knees at the floor for when you drop down. Once you build enough strength, you can keep your legs straight for the whole movement. For traveling push-ups, do a regular push-up. Then, maintain one arm where it is as you place your opposite arm next to it. Then, position your maintained arm to resume a push-up position with your body at a slight angle, and then do another push-up. Return back to a straight line at a push-up position and do another push-up. Then repeat this previous alteration but on the other side. This works your obliques and core more than the other variations. For clapping push-ups, start at a basic push-up position. Drop down, keeping your back straight as if you're doing a normal push-up until your chest nearly touches the floor. Pause at the bottom and then explosively push your body away from the ground with enough force to clap your hands once beneath your chest before returning them back to the ground. For a tricep push-up, place your arms slightly more inwards than shoulder stance, close to your body. Keep a straight line down your back. Bend at the elbow, keep them close to your ribs as you lower a little more than a 90-degree angle. Then press up, keeping the line of your spine. Remember to inhale as you go down and exhale as you go up. For the elevated upper body variation, you can use books or anything that is flat and at the same height. Place them close to each other with a few inches of space in between. Assume a tricep push-up position. Make sure to adjust the books as needed. Bend at the elbow, keeping them close to your ribs as you lower a little bit more than a 90-degree angle. Then, press up, keeping the line of your spine straight. For the elevated feet variation, you can use stacked books, a box, or even your couch. Set yourself into a tricep position with your feet elevated on the item of choice. Keep the straight line of your back as you lower. Make sure to bend at the elbow, keeping them close to your ribs as you lower a little bit more than 90 degrees. Then, press up, keeping the line of your spine straight. For the pause tricep push-up variation, you'll have a 3-1-3 tempo. Start at a basic tricep position. Slowly drop down for a count of 3 seconds. Pause at the bottom for 1 second, then push up for a count of 3 seconds. Think of it as breaking up all 3 parts of the movement and matching it at a count. You can change the tempo as you like. For the inchworm plus tricep push-up variation, start at a standing position. Squat down and place your hands at a shoulder stance on the floor. Walk your hands forward until you extend yourself to a straight line. Adjust your arms if needed for a tricep push-up position. Do a tricep push-up, and after pushing yourself back up, crawl your hands back towards your feet. Hinge at the waist as you extend yourself back up to standing position.
Go.
For a basic plank, Place both of your forearms onto the floor at shoulder length. You can lock your hands together beneath you for stability. Make sure to keep the line of your back straight. Don't hunch your shoulders up to your ears. Keep your core tight and activate your legs for stability.
Go.
For the straight arm plank variation, place both arms straight at shoulder length and keep your body at a straight line from your head to your feet. Don't lock your elbows. Keep a slight bend. Widen your collarbone and make sure not to hunch your shoulders up to your ears. Keep your core tight and hold. Make sure to activate your legs to keep your stability. The extended forearm plank is similar to the basic plank variation, with your forearms at the floor, but have your arms extended forwards instead of right under you. Make sure to keep the line of your back straight. Don't hunch your shoulders up to your ears. And again, remember to keep your core tight and activate your legs for stability. For the alternating straight arm to forearm variation, start at a basic plank position. For this variation, I recommend not locking your hands together. Place one hand right under your shoulder and press up. Then do the same with your other arm. Once you're at a straight arm plank position, place the forearm from the first arm you pressed up from back onto the floor, then the other to resume a plank position. Alternate between arms and try not to move your hips too much to work your core. For the plank hold with alternating foot taps, have both forearms on the floor at shoulder width as in a basic plank. If you like, you could lock your hands in this variation. Keep your back straight, maintaining your core tight, tap one leg out to the side, then return to plank position. Then do the same with the other leg. The challenge here is keeping the straight line of your back and not raising your butt as you tap your legs from side to side. Plank, side plank, reverse plank, side plank. Plank can be very challenging but also very fun. Start at a basic plank position. Choose an arm and rotate from your elbow at a 90-degree angle outwards. Turn your hips so that you fully rotate to a side plank. Lift your free arm for balance. Hold and make sure to keep your hips raised. Slowly turn so that your back faces the floor with both forearms on the floor, while your face faces the ceiling. Raise your waist and hold. Then, for the remaining side, turn your arm to a 90-degree angle outwards and rotate your body to a side plank again on the other side. Lift your free arm for balance. Hold as you raise your hips. Then, rotate back to a normal plank.